In Dynamics 365, a lead represents potential. Potential for a sale, potential for a new point of contact, or even potential for a new customer organization in your record. Now, leads are considered temporary records in Dynamics 365, so once they're in a trusted system, leads can be worked on, and that is either qualified as opportunities or disqualified and removed from your view so they don't take up sort of mental cycles for you. You don't see something that you don't need to see. So let's hop right into a demonstration. I'm going to switch here first to a browser window. And here is the All Leads view in Dynamics 365. Now I'm showing the new unified interface just because it is the latest, greatest, and it presents very well. So your screen may not look like this, but rest assured it will at some point once the redesign comes in place from Microsoft. Now the easiest way to add a lead here from the All Leads view is just to click the new lead record button here in the top, and we can go ahead and make a sample lead. So in this case, let's say your boss hands you a business card from a trade show she was at this week, and so we can imply that we got this lead from a trade show. And let's enter as much information as we have. Let's say Billie Jean works for Big Corp. So save and close. Again, this process can be as quick or as informal as you need it to be based on the information that you have from an email, from a voicemail, or from a business card from a trade show, for example. Another way to add leads very quickly from sort of anywhere in the Dynamics 365 web interface is the Quick Create button here on the black bar at the top. If you click that and select the lead, sort of what you're working on sort of fades into the background, and we can add leads, we can add opportunities, we can add a variety of records in this way. So let's just get another one in here. And save and close. That adds it now to our list of leads. Next up, I'm actually going to switch away from the Dynamics 365 web interface to another web interface that we're all very used to, and that is Outlook. There are some great integrations between Outlook and Dynamics 365, and keep in mind that what I'm about to show you is going to work both in web-based email, so OA, and it'll work on a desktop Outlook 2016, 2019, and so on. So here's an email that Mod Administrator has sent us, a great lead, 50 gadgets this quarter for a contact penny nickel. And you can see over here on the right hand side there's actually a Dynamics 365 launcher. If we click that, in from the right flies in the Dynamics 365 app for Outlook, and we can use the Quick Create functionality here to add a lead. And again, email lead, 50 gadgets maybe cost $50,000. It looks like it's going to be an immediate purchase, and we've got this from an employee. And again, save and close, and we're off to the races with the new lead added to our records. Now next up, I'm going to switch over to a mobile phone. In this case, this is an Android phone, but what I'm about to show you here will work on iOS as well. We've jumped over to the Outlook app, the official Outlook app for Android, and again here we can see that email lead from Mod Administrator, and clicking the ellipsis under the date here in the Outlook app actually allows us to bring up the same Dynamics 365 app for Outlook. So it's going to look exactly like it just did on OA, and we're able to use the Quick Create functionality to add a lead to Dynamics 365. I won't show you this again because it's the exact same process, but just rest assured that you can do everything you can do in Outlook for the web. You can do on desktop Outlook apps as well, and you can even do it on your Android or iOS phone. Now let's actually flip over to something else that's great for road warriors. This is the Dynamics 365 for Phones app. Again, it's going to look very similar. This is all based on the same platform, and anywhere within this app there's a quick create launcher. Sort of down here at the bottom right, we click the ellipse. We can invoke the quick create menu and add a lead. Same fields, same functionality, same simplicity to add leads to Dynamics 365. Now, last one, I'm going to jump over to Teams, and I wouldn't be the cloud guy that I am if I didn't bring up Microsoft Teams. There's actually a Dynamics 365 app add-in for Microsoft Teams. Now, keep in mind it's in preview, so there are some rough edges, but you can invoke this app down here by clicking More Apps and selecting Dynamics 365 Preview. And you have a couple of different features. We're going to talk about this more in subsequent webinars, so stay tuned for that. But here, just to add leads today, you are able to hover over and add a new lead. And this is really handy if you're like me and you spend a lot of time in Microsoft Teams, or an increasing amount of time in Microsoft Teams. This is great. You don't have to switch windows. You don't have to switch tabs. You can add a lead right here from Teams. So maybe you're chatting with another teammate. You can take that information and populate your new lead record. So to recap, many different ways to add leads to Dynamics 365. First one we covered was using the web interface in the new leads view. Second, we used the quick create button from anywhere in the Dynamics 365 web interface. Third, the Dynamics 365 app for Outlook. I showed you Outlook Online, but certainly works with desktop Outlook as well. We added a new lead from our mobile phone with the Dynamics 365 app for Outlook Mobile. There's the full-blown Dynamics 365 app for phones. And last but not least, in Microsoft Teams with the Dynamics 365 app preview. Quick note, this month's webinars, there's a few more upcoming. They are every Wednesday at 11:30 Central Time. Next week's webinar will cover smart lists in Dynamics GP. The following week, I'll be back to talk about Office 365 and getting things done with Microsoft To Do. And you can find more information about our webinars, the complete schedule, and register for the webinars to your heart's content at profit.ca/webinars. And I hope to see you back soon. That's all I have for today. Thanks for joining me this morning. And again, a recording will be available soon, so if you do want to review the step-by-steps on adding leads to Dynamics 365, please check our YouTube channel. Thanks.